Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be diving into our November Boxycharm box. We are going to be going through all of the products, the details, the look that I have going on right now, and we're gonna jump into everything, my thoughts, what I thought of the products, did I like them, did I not like them, and everything in between. There was something a little bit different about this box, so we're gonna be diving into all of that. But before we get started, and as always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel before you leave. I'd love to have you. And without further ado, if you want to see what I got in my Boxycharm box for the month of November and how I created this look using it, then please stay on and keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so as you know, this is what the box looks like, and these are all of the goodies that I got in here. Some of the brands are really new to me, some of the products were some that I've been dying to try, so I was super excited about this box. So we are going to be diving into everything. This is a little card that came inside. Now I'm not gonna be reading out of it this time because I threw it away by accident. I forgot I still had to do the voiceover for this video. But as soon as I finished recording the video, I threw it out for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sorry about that. And this is what the back of the card looks like. They're promoting their new service, like their premium boxes on there. And this is what the inside of the card looks like. I guess I could read off of this one. I'm actually gonna get a screenshot of this frame and read as much as I can off of it, just to give you a little bit more detail about the products that we'll be going over today. And then also in this box, we got this little card right here, which is the Pretty Vulgar Undercover Concealer. So basically what they did in this box is give you 4 samples of 4 different shades of this concealer right here. Then from there, you choose the shade that you want and then respond back to them. And I guess that's how they customize the shades that they have available for you. And then they can send you your right shade in a future box. At least that's how I understood and how it works. So this is the little card that I have right here. I will try out the concealer in this video, so stay tuned for my opinions and what I thought about it. And now we're gonna jump straight into our very first product, which was I'm just gonna show the name of this product because I'm not gonna try and pronounce it because I know I will get it wrong. And basically this was an antioxidant dew quench and glow serum. The directions on the back says apply several drops of antioxidant dew to clean skin morning and night. So I believe this is a skincare product instead of a primer, but you can use it of course before makeup as well, which I did today. I used it after my cleanser and before moisturizer, and I have to say it did tingle my skin a little bit. I've never experienced that. This is what the texture of it looks like. It's like a milky consistency. I applied it to my skin, all over my skin, and again it did feel a little bit warmy. It did make my skin a little bit red, which is kind of weird. Usually serums never do that to my skin, but it did not hurt it. It did not irritate to my skin or anything like that, and it did leave my skin feeling a little bit sticky. From what I believe, that's actually a good thing because it then like preps your skin for makeup and makes it stay longer. And this guy, believe it or not, retails for $90. I'm gonna use just a few drops at a time, that way I can make it last as long as possible. It's super expensive. So basically the description reads, antioxidant dew lavishes skin with quenching encapsulated antioxidants, nurturing amino acids, and an array of soothing botanicals used as a lightweight hydrator or as a layering piece in your skincare wardrobe. Again, I will continue to use it. I didn't see anything magical in my skin, anything life-changing, but I will continue to use it. I don't see any harm in adding anything that will just keep my skin hydrated and looking as healthy as possible. So it's a really nice product. I always love getting skincare products in my Boxycharm boxes, so I will get good use out of it. So far so good, and then we're gonna move on to the next step in our makeup routine, which was primer. And as always, you guys know I love this product. It is the Touch in Sol No Poreblem primer, and we're gonna prime our skin as usual. And then we're gonna move on to our next product because this is what I'm gonna use to apply my foundation. So in this box, I received the Boxycharm toothbrush set with BC logo plus a little plastic pouch that it came in. These guys retail for $35. A little pricey for Boxycharm brand brushes, I believe, but they look really cool. It's a really nice design. They were really soft, and it kind of hurt to use them because I didn't want to ruin the design. They were super cool looking. I feel like these are really good to just like have on display. They were super nice. I didn't want to ruin them. And the description reads, create your favorite looks in total luxury with our first ever Boxycharm branded brush set. The large multi-purpose powder brush is perfect for liquids, creams, powders, or mineral products. And the foundation brush has an oval base to help with precise foundation placement and seamless blending. These ultra soft brushes are handcrafted, synthetic, and cruelty free, if that's something that you're looking for in your brushes. So I used the large one today for my foundation. I applied my foundation as usual, a couple of drops, and then just used the brush to buff out the foundation. Now, I don't know if it was the serum or if it was the brush in itself, but I just wasn't getting a nice blend to my foundation. I had to go in and buff a lot of the product just to make sure that I had an even application. And then afterwards I did buff for a little while with the brush, and then at the end I just figured I want to use my sponge just to make sure I don't have any streaks. I don't know, I feel like I'm always going to be a sponge kind of a gal when it comes to my foundation. I just feel like a sponge will make a super nice job into making your foundation look as smooth as possible and really pushing it into the skin. So I don't see myself using these brushes again for foundation. I'm gonna keep them around. They're really nice, they look super nice, and I feel like they would just look super pretty on display instead of actually using them. But something that I really did like about these brushes were that they were really easy to grab. They didn't feel awkward. Even with this like fancy design, they didn't feel awkward on the hand. And then something also that I really liked is that the product didn't stay on the brush. It didn't absorb anything, which is really nice. So basically those are my pros and my cons when it comes to these brushes. After foundation, I went in with the sample concealers that we received from Pretty Vulgar. And what I did is I used a flat concealer brush, and I used the shade at the very top underneath my eyes and just concealed as usual underneath my eyes, on the forehead, and a little bit on the chin as well. And then just blended that with my sponge. And I will have to say that I wasn't a fan of these concealers. I felt that they were a little bit too liquidy. I am a fan of more of a thicker consistency when it comes to concealers, so these ones were not my favorite. I did need a little bit more coverage, and you're gonna see that I even went back and added a little bit more just to get a little bit more coverage. Again, it just needed a little bit more pigment for my liking. And then I used the darkest shade in the samples that I got to contour. So I used the same brush. I added a little bit on the sides of my cheeks, on my temples, and then just used the second brush that I received in that duo brush set. I used the second one to buff that out, and at first I got a little bit scared that I had added way too much product and that it was too dark for me, but as I was buffing, the product really dissipated nicely and it did blend out smoothly. So actually for a cream contour, I really liked this concealer, but because I feel like, again, it's because it's not super thick, so it will be able to blend nicely. But as a concealer that's going to hide my under eyes circles, I wouldn't trust it for that just because it's not thick enough for my liking. Now, as you can see with this brush, it was able to blend out the product, but I don't know, I just felt that I needed to go back in with my sponge and make sure everything was nice and blended smoothly. And now what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and bake underneath the eyes, on the forehead, on the sides of the nose, and on my chin. Just bake as usual. And then cut underneath the cheekbones. And then I just went in with the brows. And the brow pencil that I'm using is the Covergirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. I've been loving this brow pencil. It's basically the exact same thing as the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. I know that the NYX Cosmetics one is almost always sold out, so there's another alternative. If you really love that one, I know you're gonna love this one too. And they're basically in the same price point too, which is nice. So if I don't find one at my local Walmart, I always go for the other one. So now that the eyebrows are done, now we're gonna move on to the eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, we got the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder eyeshadow palette. This bad boy retails for $35, which I believe it's a fair price. The shades in here are actually super beautiful. And the description reads, Celestial Thunder is an explosion of vivid pigments, shadows, and glittery foils with 8 uniquely formulated shades for a creative, colorful eye look or a simple pop of electric color. These vibrantly made shades tell a cosmic story and bring the universe to life. Such a cool description. So this is what the inside looks like, and the shades that just immediately get my attention are Lucid Dream and Mystic Eyes, that hot pink and that teal on the very bottom. And the shade names in here, starting with the top left color, is Eternal Light, Fireball, Black Matter, Zero Gravity, Lucid Dream, Storm Dust, Lunar Eclipse, and Mystic Eyes. Now here are the arm swatches, starting with Eternal Light, Fireball, Black Matter, Zero Gravity, Lucid Dream, Storm Dust, Lunar Eclipse, and Mystic Eyes. And now for the eyeshadow look, I started with Lunar Eclipse and just started packing that color on all over the crease and then just doing circular motions on that outer V. And then grabbed another smaller brush and just fluffed that out all over the lower lash line, just really buffing it out. And then we're gonna go in with a smaller yet still fluffy brush with Storm Dust. And that's just gonna bring in a deeper color in that area of the crease and a little bit on the outer V as well. And then using another brush just to fluff out those two colors nicely together. After that, I took a little bit of Eternal Light on the brow bone. And now with a packer brush, what we're gonna do is add another color. We're gonna add in Lucid Dream, that beautiful pink. We're gonna add it a little bit closer to the lid, right there on that outer V area, pulling it into the lid just to add another color, and it's gonna add another like beautiful touch to this eyeshadow look. And I even added a little bit more of that storm dust, and you're gonna see that it's almost like blending those two colors together, and it's gonna make for like a almost like a brick red color. And then using another brush just to make sure everything is nice and buffed together. And then add that pink to that lower lash line as well. And then adding some of that storm dust, that brown, with a pencil brush to the outer portion of the lower lash line. And now I'm going in with my fingers, and I am adding that Eternal Light, that shimmer color, to the inner portion of the eye. And what I'm basically doing is just packing it on and then going a little bit higher than the crease and just basically like splatter it around, not being too careful. So it's just gonna make it so that the white and the red kind of like blend nicely together, and the white glitters that are on there are just gonna like dissipate and diffuse really nicely when you do this. And then just add a little bit of that Eternal Light on the inner portion of the lower lash line as well. And then because I really wanted to use that teal, I was gonna use it as an eyeliner, but I also wanted to, I don't know, I kind of wanted to use it in my waterline, so I did. Please don't try this at home, and if you do, please be super careful. Don't be like me. So basically what I did is I took a tiny like eyeliner brush and I added Mystic Eyes on my waterline just for a nice little pop of color. After that, I added some mascara to my lower lashes and to my top lashes, and we're gonna move on to our very last product on our Boxycharm box. These are the Lilly lashes in the style Faux Mink. And the description reads, a luxurious and glamorous pair of handcrafted false eyelashes that flawlessly blend in with your natural lashes, instantly adding length, volume, and definition, the perfect finishing touch to any look. I love these lashes. They're super nice. They're not too dramatic. I actually wore these lashes to a presentation at work. I needed to look put together, nice. I was wearing like a nice little blazer with some boots, and I decided to wear these lashes, and I got a lot of compliments on them. I like having these where I just want to look a little bit more put together than my natural lashes, and these are perfect for that. They don't look too dramatic, too exaggerated, so they're super nice for that. So I'm gonna miss my lash. Hopefully I find it and I'm able to enjoy these again. I really liked them. And with that eye look done, I did the other eye off of camera. And once the eyes were done, I used a fluffy brush to remove or wipe off my bake. And I went in with some bronzer to bring back some color to my cheeks. I added some highlight. And then some blush. And went in to wrap up the entire look with our final product in this box, and this is the Dose of Colors Liquid Matte lipstick, and I got this beautiful red shade called Charm. I don't know if they planned it out, that it was for a Boxycharm box, then they called it Charm, but I believe it's a coincidence? I don't know. Anywho, but the description reads, our liquid matte lipstick has a velvety high fashion matte finish which envelops lips in rich, long wearing color. It applies as a creamy liquid, but after a few minutes it dries to an ultra comfortable matte finish, and the component is exactly like the Jeffree Star component. The doe foot applicator is exactly the same too, and the price is the same too. These guys retail for $18, and I've been dying to try Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. I had been drawn to their formula in the past and I really liked it. The lipstick felt super comfortable on the lips, it's long lasting, and it was a beautiful color. I love this kind of a color, especially now for the fall. I know I'm gonna get good use out of it, and I wasn't disappointed with this formula. I really liked it. It was nice, comfortable, super pigmented, not too overly drying, which it's something that I really look for in my liquid lipsticks. This one and the Ofra liquid lipstick, I actually like Ofra a little bit better than this one. I feel like the Ofra one is a little bit more comfortable on the lips, but this guy is right up there with it too. Overall, it was great. I really loved it, and I know I'm gonna get good use out of it. And with the lips in place, those were all of the products in my Boxycharm box for the month of November. We're almost to the end of the year. After my December box gets here, I'm gonna do another video just like I did last year, where it was like my top 10 favorite Boxycharm products that I received for 2019. I'm gonna go back, look through all of my videos, look through all of the products that I received, and I'm gonna give you my top 10 favorite ones, the ones that I would repurchase, the ones that I got great use out of it. You guys know that Boxycharm is a huge part of my makeup collection. I don't usually spend a ton of money on my makeup, and I just love that I get to have a collection of products, try tons of different things, because Boxycharm does give you full-sized products, so I really love that about them. And I know I'm gonna stick around for the new year as well, for sure. And yeah, this is the look that I came up with this month's box. I really hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions on the products that I used, anything like that, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to help you out, and everything that I'm wearing on my face is in that description down below as well. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and hopefully I will see you right here on my next video. See you guys. Bye.